So, yeah, lots of people look at getting involved. 08717 223344. Don't think you can text us on 81089 or tweet us at Majestic Online at Darren Ambrose 84. We're talking about some of the most underrated strikers in the Premier League. The Yak, you mentioned the Yak of Yakubu. He's got some good numbers, hasn't he?
Again, you never hear, when you're talking about like good players, good forwards, you don't hear of him. I think he's got 95 Premier League goals, wow. I think, which is outstanding. And notably, not really some outstanding clubs. I mean, I have to go back to Darren Bent as well, by the way. Now,
you mentioned an own Benty.
Yeah, I'm mentioning Benty because I played with him. I played with him since I was 11 all the way, and then we went to Ipswich. We was at Charlton together. I played with Alan Shearer, who's the best forward I played with. Benty was second for me, and I played with some great players. But you give him a chance in and around it's got to be in the box.
It sounded a bit like Glenn Huddle there. The players, players.
The players, yeah. Give him a chance. And I was going to say anywhere around the box, but I'm going to say in the box, maybe in the 6-yard box. Yeah. It's a goal. And in the youth team, he scored 5 and 6 a game.
Most people, unfortunately for Darren, and we love Darren Bent, obviously, he's one of our own here, always think of the beach ball goal, don't they?
Exactly. 106 Premier League goals. You talk about Darren Bent. Oh, the beach ball goal?
Or, I'll tell you what, Sandra could have scored that one, you know. He's a terrific lad, but, terrific player, Darren.
No,
but Sandra's going to score that one.
I didn't want to bring that up. He's a good friend of mine, Darren. Yeah. So, yeah.
I love Darren as well, but, if Sandra's going to net it at the back post, he's got to be a terrific player, Right, let's head over to someone else who's got another fantastic underrated striker for us. Tony is a Manchester United fan. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening. How you doing?
We are doing good, fantastic. And let's talk underrated strikers of the Premier League era.
So, I grew up watching him. He was one of my favourite strikers growing up. And I can't understand why he's not mentioned in top 5 and top strikers of the Premier League because his numbers were brilliant. And that's and I'll name him by his preferred name, and that's Andrew Cole.
Outstanding player.
And I looked this up while I was on hold, but Shearer is our top striker with top goal scoring striker with 260 goals. 56 of those goals were penalties. Andrew Cole scored 187 goals. He's not far behind Shearer.
No,
he's marginally behind Shearer there, and I just never hear of him.
How many penalties in there, Tone?
50. I think it's 56 from Shearer.
What about Andrew Cole?
Well, he hardly scored any.
I think it was one. I think you're right. I think it was one penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you think he isn't rated? I mean, obviously, you're a Man United fan, and you obviously rate him. I think 5 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups. Like you said, about 180-odd goals. Why is he not looked at? I think there's always been the narrative that he needed too many chances to score. Is that true?
Well, I remember there was one season when I think it was when we won the double. This might be the season before where he struggled. And I think he might have been maybe sort of that stigma stuck with him maybe, but other than that, I think he was brilliant.
Yeah.
I was grew up watching him. I didn't think that at all. I think there was one season he struggled. I think the reason that he's probably overshadowed is because he's always had a striker at Man United that's probably overshadowed him. I think Dwight York maybe overshadowed him a little bit. Cantona overshadowed him. And maybe that's why he's not thought of. He was never sort of the main man for a long period of time at Man United.
Okay.
And Newcastle. Well, that's maybe why.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Andy Cole, and Madge, I think before Harry Kane, obviously the most goals. I think the previous player to do that was Andy Cole.
Didn't he score 5 against Ipswich? Was it about 5 and then that 9-1 drubbing?
9-0 that was.
9-0.
9-0, yeah.
And then he scored 5 goals.
I was in the junior teams at Ipswich when that happened,
big problems.
5 goals.
Did you get your call up after the 9-0?
Yeah, I was about 12, I think. Yeah,
Let's get Ambrose in. We've just lost 9-0. The 12-year-old can do better. But yeah, do you know what? The other thing that people often forget about Andy Cole is his fantastic single, Outstanding. Do you remember that song by Andy Cole? We should definitely look for that in the gallery.
We need to look for that.
We need to listen to Andy Cole, Outstanding. I think that came out in 1999.
That was the name of it?
Outstanding.
Was it?
Yeah. Andy Cole...
Was it outstanding?
I'm not too sure that the song was outstanding. Next time he's on...
Little remix for you, is it?
I'm not sure I'm going to get on the remix of that one. We'll just keep that to Rasputin. There's so many great messages coming in about the different strikers. Freddie Kanute obviously played for our club, scored a wonder goal against Everton, didn't he?
He did.
At White Hart Lane, that was unbelievable. And then And of course at West Ham he was brilliant, but he went on into the La Liga and he was phenomenal over there. Oh, here we go. I think we've got outstanding.
Here we go. Turn it up.
Turn it up. Let's get some vibes. Insane. Come on.
Insane. Yeah.
I'm waiting for... Come on, Andy. Yeah? Bars.
United forever, whatever the weather, less than 100%. Never.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Outstandings.
I'm not sure the bars are outstanding. I'm going to celebrate him as a striker, but those bars, he's definitely not firing the booth.
Yep.
But yeah, Freddie Kanute, that's a great one from James.
Dirk Kuyt at Liverpool.
Yeah,
there's a text message. Oh, Pete from Liverpool. Pete the Red Liverpool.
Yeah.
Dirk Kuyt.
Also,
so was he underrated from Pete, do you think?
I think he was. He was a work machine though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
I mean, I really like Dirk Kuyt, but I think he played for Liverpool. You know, he was at a good level there. I don't think he was underrated, to be honest.
Well, more underrated strikers. Let's head over to Roger. I think he's a Nottingham Forest fan, but he's in Australia. Good day, mate.
I think.
How are we? Let's talk about
very
underrated Premier League players or strikers. We're talking about strikers this evening. Who's your go-to?
Well, mine, I've always said was Stan Collymore.
Ooh, Stan, that's a good one.
Yep, Stan the man. I thought he was fast, strong, good in the air, both feet, could go past players, dribble past players, score outside the box, score inside the box. He had everything, but unfortunately just never really lived up to his ability.
Why was that, do you think, Roger?
I think obviously, his probably his mental state. He was a little bit of a problem player, I suppose. But in my opinion, he had everything and just didn't do enough with it. He could have been England's best ever striker.
Whereabouts in Australia are you, Roger? It says you're in Australia, is that right?
Yeah, I'm in Brisbane.
Any good out there?
Well, yeah, it's 7 o'clock in the morning and it's 25 degrees.
I'm just going to cut Darren quickly. Are we doing a travel show
No,
here
I'm
or a
interested.
sports show? Any good there?
I've just seen from Australia and I thought it was outstanding.
Welcome
I just want to know what it's like. What's
Darren
the weather
Ambrose,
like?
the travel man. Roger, by the sounds of things, I think Darren's trying to get an invite over, mate. Have you got any space at the house for Darren Ambrose?
We've got plenty of space, especially with the Ashes coming up. I actually, on a completely different subject, look after the Brisbane contingent of the Barmy Army.
Oh, wow.
Little plug there.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a great plug. Roger there, who's in Brisbane, listen, if you're part of the Barmy Army, you're going to be over there. Darren Ambrose, travel man. Is that how you start your show on your travel show? Welcome to Brisbane. Is it all right there? Is it all right? What they do
What's
there?
the weather like?
We're going to have a great time later on when we do Olympics in Japan. Japan? What's it all right in Japan? They like a bit of the old raw fish, don't they?
Is that me?
I think so.
That's not bad, that.
But Stan Collymore, was he underrated? He got a big move to Liverpool.
I always remember the goal. Newcastle with Liverpool.
Yeah.
Collymore. I remember that one.
That first season when they come up, he was unbelievable, wasn't he?
He was right. Big, strong, fast, could score. Was he underrated, though? Well, we've had a good text come in. Peter Beardsley, easily the most underrated English footballer.
Hey, Peter Beardsley.
Is there anyone you can't do apart from Peter Beardsley?
Kanute. Someone's mentioned Kanute. I don't think I can do Kanute, but what a player he was, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, again, I'm not sure he was underrated. You look underrated. You look at not had international caps like you said earlier. Kanute was fantastic. He weren't underrated by me. I think that's the problem. Peter Beardsley again, I don't think was underrated either. But this there's no name to the text, but it says easily the most underrated English player.
Who, Peter Beardsley?
Yeah,
he doesn't get enough respect, but. You wouldn't see him as a striker, though, would you?
No.
More of an attacking
midfielder, score goals.
Well, listen, this is a great talking point. So many people, so many amazing names as well. 08717 223344. Don't forget, you can text us on 81089 or tweet us at Majestic Online at Darren Ambrose. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT in partnership with Bet365.
The Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday night from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.